Welcome to the 517 In Your Business podcast. Here's your host, Mary Guida.
Thanks for joining us on the 517 In Your Business podcast. Today we're speaking with Grant Hendrickson, founder and president of Share the Music Foundation. Well, hello.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
I am great. I'm so glad you're spending some time with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I just appreciate you and your friendship and your support so much. And so this will be fun.
I know this story, Grant, but tell our listeners how Share the Music came to be.
Share the Music was born out of the pandemic. I got crushed by COVID in 2021, that second wave, and spent a week in Sparrow and said a prayer that said, please, help my neighbor across the way that was struggling, get her out of here. And while you're at it, if you don't mind getting me out of here too, that'd be great. I promise I'll try to do more for the community. And so I got out of the hospital and then was like, okay, started my recovery journey. And at that time, no music or performances or art was really happening.
Right.
And I've got a musical background. I was a professional singer and toured the world on cruise ships with an a cappella group. And a lot of my artist friends had no gigs. And I just thought, maybe we can do kind of like an intimate backyard bash. It's outside, it's safe. And some of my really talented friends were like, yeah, we'd love to do that. So we started in a legitimate 501c3. I went to GoDaddy.com. I typed in Share the Music, and sharethemusic.org came up for $9.99. That's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to share the music with the community. I wanted to bring people back together. The isolationism, we're still feeling the after effects of that from the pandemic. A lot of people just kind of stay home now. And this is supposed to be a celebration of music, celebration of incredible rising stars that we can see right here in the capital city. We kind of get skipped over. It's Grand Rapids and Detroit and Ann Arbor. And so just taking a lot of pride in the fact that we can do great things right here in our backyard.
And I really think that music is transformative. It's healing. And we could sit world leaders down and have them do a group sing along.
Totally.
Seriously, I really think music heals.
It does. It brings us together. It is a common thing that we can all really connect with. And regardless of all the insanity that's going on in the world, it's something that can change your moment. It can change your day. It can change your life. And that's where we take all the profits. We try to pay the artists what they deserve. We take care of the artists. We put them up at the Graduate. They're stoked to come here and make a good paycheck and have a fun time. But then all the proceeds go to nonprofits. And the last 2 years, they've went to the Community Music School of MSU's financial assistance program to give kids and families access to music lessons and therapy that they could otherwise not afford. And so we've brought the Share the Music mission really full circle, which is something I'm super proud of, to give people exposure to, as kids, to gravitate towards something, to develop their skills and build their confidence and create a community and friendships and who knows, go off into the world and potentially become performers themselves. So it's special. There's so much synergy, and I think this wouldn't be possible without all of our corporate sponsors. They've really brought this to life in a big way. I think the community wants this. And after 2 years at Eagle Eye, the MSU Federal Credit Union stepped up and said, we'd love to have this in our backyard. And so they are now hosting for the second year. They're our title sponsor, and they've gone above and beyond to transform their backyard into like a truly big festival type.
It is amazing. I mean, it's amazing grounds. It's just it's a large space. It really did. It felt like a concert venue.
Yeah.
Huge stage. I mean, incredible.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to buy a stage. I'm like, sweet. And these are legitimate rock stars that we have coming here that have played arenas and huge, festivals. Our lineup this year is our biggest, lineup yet, where we've got all of the artists have millions of fans from around the country. Many of them are flying in. They're like, wait, we can get a ticket for $25 to see these people. and kids 12 and under are free. So that's part of our mission, is to make this affordable for all people,
Mm-hmm.
to give kids free access. And in a world where we've felt inflation in all walks of life, it's a very attainable concert that and there's something fun about being in a backyard in the summer with beautiful weather, and just food trucks and drinks, and it's a celebration. It's coming together, and it's something that people really have gravitated towards. And I'm hopeful we're just kind of getting started here in our fourth season.
Right. So let's talk about the fourth season. Who's coming and when for the Backyard Bash?
Yeah, June 11th, Kylie Morgan, who's a country superstar, and Sam DeRosa, who was here last year. They're buddies. They've written music together, and they are going to kick things off. Sam DeRosa has written massive hits that have had billions of streams. She's more of a songwriter, but she's now kind of stepping into performing.
Hmm.
She broke her arm last year before the show in a bad car accident. And so we're like, let's have her back again and give her a shot when she doesn't have a cast on her arm. And
Right.
and Kylie Morgan, she just sang at the Grand Ole Opry on Mother's Day weekend, and she just opened for Megan Maroney, doing huge, amphitheaters. So that's going to be a fun one.
Yes.
Certainly, I think it's something for everybody. Bring your kids, bring your daughters, and see these two women really blow us away. And then on
Hmm.
June 26th, Home Free, America's greatest country a cappella group, personal friends of mine. And actually, Tim Faust, the bass, was our very first show of the Backyard Bash, 3 years ago.
Yes.
Tim Faust and friends, and he's been really passionate about helping us raise money and get this thing off the ground. And then Adam Bastine, who's from One Up Duo,
Hmm.
just became Home Free's lead tenor singer last year, and I kind of helped bring them together. I said, Adam, you should throw your hat in the ring. He's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can. And anyway, they did. And so that's gonna be a special one. And those tickets are going really fast. So I expect there to be potentially 1,000 people
Oh,
coming to see
yes.
Home
Yeah.
Free.
I can see that
And
happening. They are just so amazing. I have
they're
goosebumps
VIP.
just thinking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. And the thing about acapella is it sounds cool when you're listening on Spotify or the way you stream your music,
Hmm.
but when you see them in person and you feel the sound, the bass, the vocal percussion, and their vocals, it is absolutely mind-blowing. And that's really when people become instant groupies and fans, is when they
Right.
feel that sound and their quick-witted humor and all those things. But it's a really incredible experience. Their VIP tickets sold out in one day.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then we finished the season on July 24th with Morgan James, one of the preeminent vocalists in the world. She actually kicked off our Backyard Bash as well, so she's back by popular demand.
Hmm.
Soul singer, but she's got incredible originals, and the way she covers songs that everybody knows and loves is just truly spectacular. And for the first time, we're having an opening band. We've got the Blue Avenue Delegates, which is a Lansing staple, old school band from the 80s. These guys are in their late 60s, early 70s, and they're a soul band, blues, and they've got a great local following. I mean, they used to play the Green Door every Monday night, and it was like the
Yes.
place to be. So really something for everybody this season, and I'm really thrilled about the lineup.
I think it's incredible. And, we briefly touched on this a few minutes ago, but as an events planner, I know that you can't do really anything without support of sponsors. I mean, it is integral to a successful event. So let's shout out MSU FCU playing a major supporting role as well as several other businesses.
Yeah, we've had incredible support. I have to mention Brogan Agency. I work here doing employee benefits, and Greg Brogan was my first sponsor that said,
Hmm.
yes, I believe in this, and let's do this for the community. But we have people like Playmakers. We have people like Shaheen Chevrolet and Cadillac. We have Consolidated Electric. We have countless others. I should actually get the list up right now. But we've had so much incredible support from so many people that they want this here in our town, and they want to
Hmm.
help celebrate and bring cool things to Lansing and also support kids that want to pursue music that couldn't otherwise afford it.
It's a great, great thing. And people can continue supporting future events and they can just reach out to you to do that and become involved. Organizing has to be a monumental task. Tell me a little about that.
Yeah, and also you know, 517, thank you for your support. Mary, you've been incredible throughout this with so much publicity. And that's the most important thing is how do we get the word out? So
Right.
huge shout out to 517 and you for, covering us with articles and free ads and this. So yeah, it takes a lot of manpower. So if you want to, participate and volunteer, we've got some room for you. You want to help us check people in at the gates with, scanning tickets. If you want to work the bar, all the drink proceeds go to the foundation. If you want to help, just show people where they need to be out at the facility, we've got space for you. And really, the folks at MSUFCU, their IPF, their outdoor team, there's probably 50 people on their team that really bring this to life and transform the backyard
Right.
and all the logistics and the security and the permits I mean, it's a heavy, heavy lift. And MSUFCU does support so many things, but
Hmm.
their people walk the walk. They're truly committed to the community and to making this community be more a connective, special place for all people. It's been humbling to see how passionate they are and how all their people they do it with a smile and it's genuine. And so big props to them and to everybody that has lended a hand, whether that means just helping check people in or doing some more heavy lifting.
Right. For those interested in attending, so how do we get tickets and any special packages or promotions available?
Yes, yeah, we are. Go to sharethemusic.org. Sharethemusic.org. It's got all the information, and then we've got season passes. So if you want to go, buy tickets for all three, there's a discount on that. We have early bird pricing through the end of May. So if people take advantage of the, purchasing the tickets by May 31, they'll see some discounting there. But you can buy individual show tickets. We still have some VIP meet and greet passes available for Kylie Morgan, Sam DeRosa, and Morgan James. Home Freeze VIPs sold out. So sharethemusic.org and then all the social media outlets, share the music. That'll get you there on Instagram and Facebook. So.
Can't wait. Can you elaborate a little more on how the funds are utilized, the proceeds?
Yeah, the first year we gave the funds to Sparrow Foundation and Ellie's Place. I was thankful that Sparrow saved my life
Mm,
during the pandemic and so many others, and also my daughter's when she was 12 weeks old with RSV and on life support. And then I really wanted to kind of bring the mission back to music related. And so we chose the MSU Community Music School because they don't really have any corporate sponsors. It's really unknown that MSU provides them the building to do their work, but they don't get any funding. And so they have an incredible array of services they offer from babies all the way to people at the end of life and everything in between. They have kid ensembles, adult ensembles, individual music lessons, music therapy, and so they just need more money to be able to give their services to more people that don't have the funds to be able to access it. So it's been a great partnership. And I see us doing more music related things. There's so many great organizations around town. There's going to be a fish ladder renovation, a new stage. It's going to be, getting renovated over the next year. And so we're going to be hopefully working with bringing Michigan-based artists to the Fish Ladder Park to perform there. And so, the Wharton Center, obviously something that is an institution, but they do so much great programming for kids as well. So, scholarship opportunities to participate in their Broadway camps and their, Young Playwrights Festival, all these things that they do. There's so many areas. I mean, everybody needs money. So we're trying to make sure that it goes to great use, but also push our mission forward of giving people access to affordable music experiences.
It's a big gift that you're giving. And let's remind folks of the website again.
Yeah, it's sharethemusic.org. It's hopefully that's pretty easy to remember. And the biggest thing too is I would encourage people to come, get out of your house, look at the dates and commit. We really want to make a big impact, and it only happens by people showing up. And the best way is I found if I call someone and say, you should come to this and bring a couple friends, and then they're like, oh, we didn't realize this was as is going to be as amazing as it is. And the
Mhm.
talent you're bringing is like truly rock star caliber talent.
Right.
So I would say I know everyone's busy and if people have a lot going on in life, but this is going to be a night that will fill your soul. And Mary, you've been there many times,
I
and I know that
have.
you're always glowing and beaming, and you're a musician yourself. And I'd like to hear maybe a little bit about what's your favorite part of the Backyard Bash, and what's really why have you gravitated towards it so much?
It's just that connection and that singing along just gives you so much joy. And so you leave. It's hard to sleep after a backyard bash because you're just in the moment, and you have to come down from it a little bit. But I've enjoyed every one I've attended. I love just taking my lawn chair out there, get there a little early so I can choose where I'm going to be and just sing the whole time.
Yeah. No, it really is. It's and what I love seeing too is the diversity of the crowd.
Yes.
Because we have, kids that are up front dancing and doing cartwheels, by the stage, and we've got, families and, people in the professional community, and we have retirees, and it's really it's not just one demographic. We're trying to cater to the whole community, and
Right.
it's been really fun to see just how everyone is so appreciative that they can drive 10 minutes to MSUFCU's HQ1 and then be
Yes.
home 10 minutes later. So it's been a lot of fun.
Super easy parking, super
Yeah,
easy to navigate the whole night. The food trucks are great. And just seeing everybody in that area smiling for a couple of hours and just having a good time, whether it's a date night. I've seen group outings from work. I've seen families attend together, girlfriends, just a big group of girls. It's literally something for everybody.
yeah, it really is. And the artists love that too. And these artists have all given us significant discounts off of what their typical pricing is. I'm talking, 50% discounts off of what they would normally charge because
Yeah,
they believe in the mission. They were kids that just were in, elementary school singing in, choir with their classmates and then have had opportunities throughout the years to work with vocal coaches and things and develop their talent. And so they really believe in this mission and they're philanthropic. And without them giving us these deals, we couldn't really be bringing the level of
right,
talent that we are. And so people are like, when are you going to bring in like, a huge name? And I'm like, you realize that most of these big names are like $1 million now, right? For a
right,
night. So
right.
we have to be budget conscious, but also deliver a high quality product. And so it's been I've learned a lot on the producer side in terms of working with major artists, and it's another full-time job, but it is something I'm truly passionate about. I love the fact that we have so many people helping us row the boat the same direction
Mm.
to really bring this here to Lansing.
Well, I wish you a successful summer series of the Backyard Bash. I'll be there for every one of them.
Yes, you
It'll
will.
be hard to keep me off that stage. Usually they have to have security around me to keep me back. But looking forward to it and
Maybe we
really
should bring you
hoping
up for one.
maybe someday. Maybe someday. After lessons from you, I think.
No, well, you're amazing. And again, thank you to you. Thank you to 517 for your incredible support of helping us share the music story with everyone. And we hope to see as many of you as possible this summer.
Thanks for listening to the 517 In Your Business podcast. Get to know local businesses better by reading 517 Business Magazine. Get your subscription at 517mag.com/subscribe.